Morning guys, how you doing? Another video, and today we've got nothing to do with plastering in it. I'll tell you about it a little. Yeah, at the end of the video we'll have a little bit of a chat. But I had a spare day, and they say a change is as good as a rest, and I've come to do something slightly different. Because of the weather, I couldn't do. I've been in with some other guys helping him out plastering, so we've kind of been rained off because we're doing something outside. We've come to this place. I've done a video about this place before. I really like this property, and I personally know the owner and the caretakers, a group of friends and stuff. And I've been involved with the project here pretty much right from the beginning, and I've known the building for quite a while, and I never thought I'd be in a position to change it. It's a grade 2 listed place. It's a beautiful property. I really like it. It's got a really good feeling about it. So yeah, I'll show you what we're doing today. Basically it's gardening. There's no 20x5 carbon steel trowel, well at least I don't think there will be in this video, and we switched up the 20x5 carbon steel trowel for a pair of brand new gloves that I bought yesterday, and potentially a raincoat and a bush hat, and I've got my hiking boots as well. So let's get in there and see what happens, shall we? Good morning, doggy. There's nothing really in there for you. I'm sure you can sniff something out of your hound's nose. So the weather is correct. It's a bit grey today, it's a bit windy, and we're expecting some rain any minute, but I am prepared. Okay, here we are with Dan, and he's giving me my job for today.
Instructions for today.
So I don't forget, so this is why I'm recording it. But yeah, so what are we doing then? Or what am I doing?
From here, mate, all the way through there, as far as the eye can see, every nettle, every piece of Himalayan balsam,
Himalayan
balsam, which is this. It's the biggest pollinator in the UK.
Is this the stuff that has to be burnt on site?
It needs pulling before it flowers.
Right.
As soon as it seeds, it's everywhere.
Right.
And when it mulches down in the winter, this very wet, fibrous looking material just turns into a really heavy mulch.
Okay.
And when the water comes up the river in the winter and gets higher, this is what erodes your riverbanks.
Okay.
Takes all your land with it.
Right.
So they all need pulling out before they flower, and pretty much everything that you see, nettle-wise, weed-wise.
And they need pulling up from the roots?
The nettles do, mate, because they're a really strange nettle. How can I say this? They're like, you see, like the root system. You can pull them up and they come up by the root, but they're all connected to one another, like in some big brain neural network underground. It's quite insane to see, really.
Right.
But you can just keep on pulling them, and yeah, big crowns of networks of veined nettles just pop up everywhere.
Like mycelium.
Crazy.
Okay.
So yeah, enough to do that, all the way
Yeah.
to the end. Up there, and then when we've done that, we'll probably do the same to that bed over there. I'm going to get in next door's land and drag away as much of their crap away from our fence as possible as well.
Okay.
And I reckon that'll be a good day.
Oh mate, no worries. Right, better start cracking on them. Yeah, I do remember with this, like when we first came here, yeah, it was all completely covered in that stuff, wasn't it?
Yeah, but it grows up to about 8 foot tall. And it is quite a beautiful little orchid type flower on top. But it's just how it turns.
I mean, you couldn't see none of this or anything. It was all, and all the bridge and everything was all completely covered, wasn't it?
But these are all my wildflower seeds this year. Everything down here. All this diversity here. All the lupins. All this is from wildflower seeds.
to everything, aren't you?
Yeah.
Come on, do that bit.
Come on, mate. Oh, come on.
What Roxy used to be like, she's like uncanny enough, or just sitting down or doing something, So the white stuff you think could be called hogweed?
Need to check it out because it's very similar to something called, I think it's cow parsley.
Right.
It looks very similar. I'm not sure that I can actually show you exactly what I mean because I have had a good go at taking a lot of it.
So you
out.
reckon this could be a nasty thing to get the juice in your eyes
You need
or
to
whatever?
check it out, but this could be something called hogweed.
Well, this is a good thing of when we're doing videos and stuff, because
Yeah,
someone
definitely.
will comment on this and tell us exactly what's going on.
Yeah.
But we're going to try and leave these in, and we don't know what these are called, do we? This is some sort of...
No, but they do look like they're about to develop some kind of flower on the top of them. So before I start hacking away at them,
Yeah.
I'd maybe like to give them a chance.
So we're going for the nettles, and what was it? Yeah,
Nettles in the Himalayan balsam.
Do you remind me what the Himalayan balsam looks like?
Here, mate. They've got very green.
Let's have a look at it.
They pull up really easy.
What's the leaf look like on it?
That one there, it's just come off.
Okay.
They haven't flowered yet, which is the best time to get them.
Okay.
Instead, if we get them all out, they won't come back next year.
It's a load of wild roses. So this is the pond area. Have you seen that pike at all this year?
I've seen the ridge of it.
Have you?
I've seen it disturbed.
It was around a lot last year, wasn't it?
Something big in there, but I haven't seen it for it, but I've seen the way that leaves behind when it's disturbed.
Yeah, right.
Shame they don't smell. They've got no scent. Already here.
This is the Himalayan stuff, yeah? Sticky wicket. This is all cleared not that long ago, isn't it?
The only reason this is down is because I've been driving through it.
Yeah.
Otherwise it'd be all like this. But you can see it everywhere, mate. It's so heavy. I mean, the sticky wickets are mental this year, but the balsam, this stuff, like I say, it's
Just comes out easy, doesn't it?
it just pulls out.
And what does it do? Why does it erode the banks?
Basically, because this is so green, it's just like it's an empty chute, yeah. And this is all it turns into a heavy, slimy mulch in
Right.
winter. And it gets so heavy that even though it's only slightly rooted, it's that much of it. When it floods in the winter, it just pulls all your
right.
root banks away with it. So it really doesn't need to come out. But this side, I mean, look at it, mate. It would be all like this everywhere if you didn't tackle it. And this is what that side was like in spring. But they're only short like this, so I could pull them all out.
Well, we're getting there. You can actually see the water. I tell you what, I have been stung to pieces. My wrists were exposed and they were numb, but now that is really kicking in. Apparently it's quite good for you to be stung, but yeah, that is really setting in now. I've stopped. Okay, so you should know dot leaf is apparently good for... That's a dot leaf there, isn't it?
If it's next to a nipple, it will be, mate.
Well, it looks like a dot leaf, is that?
Potentially.
Potentially. I haven't had to dot leaf a nettle sting for a long time.
Oh, you really feeling it?
They look, yeah. That looks very similar as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'll have a look at...
You got nettles here, so anything down here, I suppose.
I don't think that is a dot leaf, though. I think that is.
They're obvious, aren't they?
Yeah, I think that is. Well, there's only one way to find out, and
Dot leaf.
Dot. I'll call it dot. Maybe a dock. It probably is dock.
It's dot.
So, after just a few hours' use, these cheap old Wicks leather gardening gloves are failing. Absolutely soaking wet and falling apart already. So, don't worry, got a backup pair. Well, I've gone back in time about 200 years.
Hey, that's a bloody 2.5, isn't it?
Oh, mate, so we've had all this out by hand, all the way down there. But I'm kind of thinking, because we've got some more to do over here, is to get some power tools on this. It's back breaking. I'm stung to pieces. My fingers hurt from grabbing so much. Yeah. So coming from over there where we just was, with this nice little nook, with this tree cover under here, look. And we're looking to have a pop at all this stuff down here. That's what I'm thinking. I've got blackberries in there. I need some machinery, mate. I'm not Amish. Right, I've come to the barn to see what tools are at our disposal. That's actually a jetpack. Yeah, okay. I'm feeling this thing. So after Dan revealed to me, there's the barn with a wall full of power tools, much like Arnold Schwarzenegger's wall full of automatic weapons. This is where we've got to now. So yeah, just went at it, and we just need to clear all these piles and get them onto the composter. But yeah, got to be a little bit careful under here, because Dan's got a load of lavender, little line of lavender. I'm trying to save those, but yeah, I think we'll probably get all the way down here today as well, possibly. But yeah, we certainly cleared a lot of bush. I wouldn't mind having a little tackle on that side as well. Clear that right up. There's certainly a lot of work to be done. So even with all those power tools, there's some tools do stand the test of time. And on the best thing for you. Look at that. I'm going to get that in there. Like a cross between Forrest Gump and Colin McRae. We're going to dump that in there. Alright guys, it's like gone 4 o'clock, almost 5. I think I've had enough for today. Let's have a look what we've been up to then. Cleared all this area in here, all right down to the riverbank, all the way through. This was all completely overgrown down here, all this, couldn't see the river. And if you do dare, shall I? Holding my phone and everything. Maybe I'll come back this way. So yeah, we cleared all this area up here as well. Just completely overgrown. I've had a good pop at this. All this banking up here. So that's all looking a lot better. Dan got over there and done some of that. And of course, this was our quota for today, so this is all cleared out, all under here and everything, all bagged up. But yeah, just clearing all this whole bank, which we pulled out by hand, and my wrists were the only thing that was kind of like a little bit exposed, and where it was wet and stuff. They still haven't forgiven me, man. They're really tingling. I don't think I've ever been stung quite so much. So then, come on in. There'll be a little bit of excitement for you. I guess it's not that much of an exciting video. Gardening. There I look, holding my phone and everything. Jesus. Ooh. That does look dodgy. Oh my god, that could break. We did it. Death-defying act. Completely laden as well. Look. And also, I wouldn't have been able to do that if I hadn't cleared all this little area here as well. All the way down here. And I've had a bit of a pop at this side. And cleared this out. Left that in there. I don't know if it wanted me to take it all out yet to go off and do some other bits and pieces. But yeah, I had a good go at this side as well. cleared this side of this little inlet out. So yeah, there we go. And now I just sat down to take a little break. It is such a lovely, lovely little area. Just sat down on those logs. There is fish in there. I think there's chub and roach and rudd. And there is a couple of pike knocking around. At least there was last year. End of the day, the sun's decided to come out. Alright guys, thanks for getting to the end of that video. Yeah, I'm a little bit disorganised today. Yeah, so like I said at the beginning of the video, this is normally a plastering video, but that's what we did the other day. I had a spare day, and I really enjoyed it, and I'm going back there tomorrow. Even though I do have plastering work to do, I'm going back there just to help them out because it's such a lovely place to be, you know. Sometimes it's not all about the money, is it? It's very, very lovely, tranquil place. The property is actually, it's called the New Moon. I did do a video previously about it. I believe it was called Plastering a Beautiful Property or Building or something like that. It's got New Moon in the title. If I'm there a little bit more, I might do just a playlist just for the New Moon Mill. So yeah, it's designation now to what it's going to be is going to be like a kind of retreat, a wellness, it's almost like spiritual sort of place where they're going to be doing yoga and sound baths and stuff like that. I went there the other week actually for the New Moon because they do something every month for the New Moon. And we had some cocoa drink and stuff, and did a little bit of guided meditation and stuff. It was really nice. I haven't done anything like that for quite a while, I must say. And when I did sort of dabble with, you know, kind of like Buddhism, if you like, and spirituality and things like that, for want of a better word, I mean, I don't want to come across as some kind of hippie type, as you might be, and it's not like that there, to be honest with you. But yeah, it was nice to be with a like-minded sort of like a set of people in a small group and all do the same thing and just have a chat about, you know, just nice things, just to take a break, you know, take your feet off, take your foot off the accelerator, and you know, just concentrate on your mental stability just for an hour or so. I think the whole process was a couple of hours. We had some herbal teas and things like that. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good. It was really nice. I know, to be honest with you, Judy and I, because I went with my wife Judy, when I went there, I was feeling a little bit run down and a little bit stressed, and I was asking if I could have a coffee before we started, and she said no, don't have a coffee or anything like that. So we went there and spent the evening there, did all this stuff, and then the next morning, Judy and I did wake up and did mention it. I mean, it could be a placebo effect, I don't know, but we were feeling quite a bit more refreshed and relaxed the next morning and ready to tackle, you know, the grind of the daily rat race. So that's what it is. So that's where I'm kind of like helping out a little bit. Like I say, they did do another video, and it was because I've been inside the project. It was, they bought the place derelict and it's been done up, and I've been inside helping them out, and now I'm helping them out outside as well. And I really am quite fond of the place. So there you go. I don't know when the next video is going to be up. If you are interested in plastering and stuff like that, then please do look at the rest of the playlist. And alternatively, I do keep mentioning it, there's a Facebook group called Plaster Master Smurf 74, whereas the channel's called Master Smurf 74 Plastering. If you want a little bit more engagement about plastering or gardening now, so it would appear, yeah, give us a shout on that. And yeah, I'll see you on the next video. Alright guys, take it easy, and I'll see you soon. Quite a busy household at the moment.
It makes complete sense. If you're growing things like tomatoes or courgettes, any sort of vegetables where you want they need to be pollinated to grow the actual fruit. If you plant wildflowers. So
yeah, that was my wife coming in. She is a beauty therapist. We've got a very busy household at the moment, and she was Pete the plumber has his feet done, and he was just finishing up, and she was telling them all about the gardening and stuff. But what I was going to mention was, yeah, I'll put a link up to that other video that we did, and it shows you a little bit more about the inside of the New Moon Mill. Yeah, and there'll be a link there to the website, etc, etc. So if you're interested in that kind of stuff, have a look at the other video as well. So yeah, I just want to mention that, forgot to put it on. I'll put a link up over here or here or here somewhere. I don't know. Right guys, take it easy.